if you'll post it on social media.
I'll go on social media. I'm a writer. And
That's the only condition.
I'm a children's book writer.
Yeah?
So this needs to get out. You guys.
I'll give you something to read.
Can I get pictures with you guys?
Yeah.
The world needs to know. They need to know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing when they're doing it.
You can take that off the post so you can see the whole thing if you like. So the post isn't blocking it.
God-given warriors. God is real! Jesus is coming, sweetheart!
This is for Christians. You're a Christian?
I am. Hardcore.
That's
Hardcore. I love it.
We're abolitionists.
I love it.
You're probably familiar with the pro-life movement.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm really just starting to get active in it though. Like I'm really moving in it now.
Are you involved like Kansas for Life or something?
No, yeah, we just moved here from California. I've seen all of this evil. I grew up in Portland. I've seen all of this evil.
Yeah.
I've seen all of this evil, and yeah, no, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. So I just moved here. Where is it? Pro Life what?
Well, we're not pro-lifers. We're abolitionists.
Okay. So get rid of it, right?
Yeah, not regulating it.
Yeah.
Like the pro-life movement, pro-life groups, Kansas for Life here in Wichita, they only seek to regulate it.
Okay. Basically
pass laws that allow mom to murder her baby if she meets this criteria, or if she jumps through this hoop and this hoop, she can murder her baby.
Yep.
It's like, no, that's evil. That's sin.
It's evil.
And so that's why I left the pro-life movement years ago, because I saw what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
And so we're abolitionists.
I love it. I love it.
And seeking to the total and immediate criminalization of abortion. No exceptions, no compromise.
No.
Not waiting for another 50 years, but right now.
No, I love it. I love it. You're a hero. Sir, I need a picture with you. We're gonna do this. Do you know why they need to abolish it? Because God creates everyone perfectly in His image.
Might want to take like a back because it's kind of a big sign.
No, I got it. Okay. I got it all. I love it.
What's your name?
My pen name is H.G. Joy. My first book's coming out this Christmas, so it's a kid's book. I write children's books and I write science fiction. They're getting launched this Christmas. I'm sure you'll see them around. Sure.
Were you just walking by?
We were driving by. My writing spot is right over there. I go to Sweet Pops to go write. And so we were driving by and I was like, we gotta help them. So, you guys, seriously, God is with you. God is with you. He is right here. This is holy work right here. This is kingdom work. This is holy. God preserve you. God bless you guys. Seriously, keep it up. Don't let anyone stop you. Seriously.
Oh, I haven't. I've been doing this for 5 years, so
I love it. You have all of my support.
Well, what's your first name?
Heidi.
Heidi, I'm Nicholas.
Nice to meet you, Nicholas. Heidi.
When did you move here, Miss Heidi?
Sorry, what?
When did you move here?
We just moved here about 3.5 weeks ago. We're Air Force, so we move around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're here for 2 years. So as long as we're here, I love it so much here in Wichita, we might stay. So whether we're here for 2 years or we stay, I want to support you guys as long as I'm here. So
one thing you need to know is right now there are 3 baby murder mills in Wichita.
Okay.
There's one is over trying to give you directions since you're new to the area. There's you know Kellogg, the main highway. One is right off Kellogg. It's off the Oliver exit.
Yeah.
It's called Trust Women. It's misnamed, but it's called Trust Women. That's been here for 45, 50 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a Planned Parenthood over at Central and Grove.
They're now trying to mutilate children, like actual full-grown children with the transgender stuff.
They are.
They're all a part of that. That happens all the time back on the West Coast. Like it's encouraged, it's glorified. These kids are being abused, and the whole LGBTQ is just abuse. It's child abuse. Every time I see a pride flag, I see child abuse. Whenever I see a pride flag, I see child abuse, because almost every single gay person I've ever known or loved, and I still love these people, but all of them have been abused as children. Every single one that I've ever met. So keep that in mind when you're talking with them, because they're victims of child abuse, and then they get trapped in it, and they think that is love because they were abused that way. Almost, I've yet to meet one that wasn't. It's people in denial, and it's their pride. Literally, it's properly named pride, because it's people in denial that their children got sexually abused. So whenever you see a gay person, remember that they are abused children. Like every single one I have ever met and known and loved. So remember that, because that's my other fight, is the transgendering and
likewise.
Mutilation, sexualization, abortion. Those are my fights to help kids. That's how we protect children, because they're the future. So
we just celebrated a Pride Festival in the city.
I have been at war with Pride on social media. I have gotten banned all kinds of bans. And every time I come back from my bans, I'm like, nope, we're still going with this. So I was growing up in Portland. They would have transitioned me. They would have made me a transgender. They would have cut off my breasts, taken out my ovaries, and my 2 little boys that are now over there with my husband would not be on this earth today if they had their way with me where I grew up. So that's what a society and a culture will do to children.
Your parents wanted to do that to you?
They didn't, but all of the bullying in school, the other parents that I grew up around, other horrible mothers, just awful. They would have. They absolutely would have. So keep that in mind when you're fighting for these kids. You need to remember that stuff. So when you're talking with them, remember, those are abused kids, and that's why they're so defensive. It's that inner child that got wounded, and the people around them just deny the truth. They deny the truth. They don't know the truth, because most of them deny God, and that's why
Romans chapter 1.
That's why it keeps going. So that's just ammunition. I hope it helps you guys. So yeah.
If
keep up a good fight.
I have a.
I want to follow you. Where are you at?
I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I can give you my name.
I might get banned on Facebook here soon, so I might have to go to Twitter. What's Nicholas what?
It's Nicholas Heald, Heald. I post quite a bit.
Okay.
And traveling street preacher.
I love it. God-given. Heald. Heald.
Heald. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna look you up. All right.
That if I may have maybe check to make sure you got it, because it's not the easiest to spell.
Oh, that's fair. Right there. Bottom.
Let's see. Yes, ma'am.
Oops. All right.
What's that?
Yeah.
That
All right,
yeah.
What's your name?
Well, what's your name on Facebook?
HC Joy.
HC Joy.
That's my nickname, so that's what I use. I gotta get back to them. Don't let them disturb you. Those are people that are straight up dealing with demons.
Probably not the one in India, but is that probably that one? The first one?
Yeah, I'm the first one. There's another one?
One in India.
Oh.
So I figured that wasn't it.
I have hackers that hack, not my Facebook, but that hack like my phones, my tablets, my laptops. I've had, because of my books, like I've had so many computers break on me. And you know what? That's Satan. That's just Satan trying to stop me, because God's moving. So that's me though.
Just keep on going.
There's.
That's what you do. You trust God and you keep going.
I guess you're on your way back to work.
Yeah.
I exhort you to. I give you and your husband my phone number if you want to reach out.
Okay.
Because I preach here a lot here in Wichita, and I go to the abortion mills, murder mills on a regular basis.
Okay.
Probably be there Monday morning, Lord willing. 316.
Now I won't be able to go all the time if I have my kids, because I'm not taking my kids to those places. That's the one thing. Okay, 316
737
737
5967.
596.
And I could connect you to the ladies in Wichita.
Yeah.
Because there's a group of abolitionists here in Wichita that are trying to coordinate getting a group to go out there on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And it's extremely difficult to do that.
I believe that.
I've been out there by myself countless times over the years, and so it's very hard to find even a small group to go out there. But they're trying to, like, there are other wives that can't get out there a lot because their kids and their husband doesn't want to be out there by themselves, which I understand.
Yeah.
But
I'm not scared. I grew up in Portland. I've seen. I was in DC. I used to be a hardcore feminist. I used to be a hardcore atheist. I used to believe all of this garbage. It's what I grew up with, and I believed the lies for a very long time. God had to come in hard for me. He had to come in hard to redeem me, to show me what this really was, to show me that was this. He had to show me. So, I mean, it's look at it. It's disgusting.
Was there some specific he used to show you, or he just broke you in your sin?
God was at spiritual war for my heart. I can tell you that. It was after I had my second child, and I had a complete breakdown with postpartum depression, like complete mental breakdown with postpartum depression. And God came in, and He used that to show me the value of life when I had my second child. I didn't know. I really didn't.
He used your second child and postpartum depression.
Yeah.
To break you.
Yeah. That's what He did.
Oh.
He's good. And he's coming for all of His people. He's coming. He is. So don't let any of the lack of numbers or anything, don't let any of that discourage you ever.
Oh, right here. I'm used to being by myself.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So, this is more than I'm used to.
And this is what men need to do. You guys, you're going on my social media as the heroes, as the representations of God's real men, standing up, fighting for women, fighting for children. I cannot tell you, my husband's an officer. I cannot tell you how many men I have watched just bowing to this garbage because they just want to appease the culture and the women and everything else. And every time they do that, that's why we're losing our country.
Can I give you my number as well?
Sure, yeah.
It sounds like you have good testimonies too.
I've got a bit of a doozy, yeah.
That's part of why I'm assuming that you're attacked.
Would it be right if I
get attacked a lot. My phone stopped working when I tried to come over here. This is actually my husband's phone because my phone started fritzing out, and when it let me take pictures and started turning off and on. I get that kind of stuff all the time. That's my life. So yeah. All right. So what you? So when I get back to my phone, I'll send you guys my number.
Can I post your testimony?
You can put your books out there or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just started calling you.
Would it be alright if I post your testimony?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, how about it? It's gonna be out there. God's gonna use it anyway, so you might as well have first grabs.
That yeah, I encourage you, Miss Heidi, and your husband's name? Brennan, okay, yep. and Brennan, to when you're able to. So he's in the Air Force, or both? Okay, to try and come out there.
I already have. I already got into the fight last night with the chief's wife because her son is gay, and I told her when I first got here, I was like, I'm a Christian, and she was just automatic. She was just like, oh, well, I don't like Christians, because her son was abused and she's still in denial about it. And no, her and I, we had dinner last night, and she does not like me. And I told her, and she was just like, I'll come after anybody that goes after my kid. And I was just like, I know that every LGBTQ, whatever, plus, all the gay people, I was like, that I've ever met have been abused as children. Every single one. And I told her, I was like, I would have been transgendered. And I looked at her dead in the eye. I said, you would have cut off my breasts if you had your way with the school boards. The schools would have cut off my breasts if I was a teenager today. You would have taken out my ovaries and I would have been entirely sterilized and I would not have had my children. That's what you would have done to me and said that it was what I wanted. That was what I wanted. And my children are all of my joy in this life. That's why I write children's books. They are my joy, absolutely. And I looked at her and I said it because I knew God sent me directly to her to have that conversation. So, yeah, they're coming after the kids. They're not just Satan's not just coming after the babies anymore. They are going to sexualize an entire generation and mutilate them. America is now going to go down in history as the country that mutilates our own children. We don't just murder them, we mutilate them. Then we sexualize them their entire lives. That's who we are now.
Yeah, it's like what happened in Israel, all the different things.
We're under judgment. This is full judgment now. Like, we're in the full judgment now, God. God's judgment is now here. And because Jesus said, touch not these little ones. If you do, you better have a rock tied around your neck and you be thrown in the bottom of the sea. This is unforgivable. It's unforgivable. So now we're under judgment. So when you get those hits, when you get those attacks, know that's just Satan coming after you because you're doing awesome work. Seriously. This is men of God's work right here. This is what being a man looks like. This is it. And he is right here with you. And he sees all of this. This is glory in heaven right now. Like, you have no idea. This is glory in heaven right now, what you're doing. You need to know that.
Well, it's nice to hear that versus being called a monster. I was called a monster last night.
I know what you're called. I know. I grew up in Portland. I was one of those women that would have been calling you that until God came in and was like, nope, we're done.
Yeah, that's one reason why I want to talk to you.
And that's what
because especially what's going on in the West and all those things, and having those testimonies, that's super powerful.
It's horrible. I will never go home again because of how bad it is. I will never see Portland eye out again.
I'd like to look at your books too.
You'll see me being like, well, I got banned again, and I got banned again, and I got banned again.
No,
so
I mean,
that's what I do. I go and I get banned from things. So, that's...
It must be hitting a bullseye somewhere.
I am. I'm telling them to leave the kids alone. I'm telling them not to sexualize and mutilate children. And I've been hitting hard. I'm done now for now because Pride Month's done. But I was hitting hard during Pride Month. I was bringing some sledgehammers because I do that.
Well, they need that.
They do, and the military needs to hear it because they've been flying those flags. I can't tell you how many LGBTQ flags I see around the military base housing, and every single time I see one of those flags, I see an abused couple. Because the other thing that happens with the gay community is the reason, like I said, that they fall in love with each other is because they trauma bond with the abuse because they both had the same abuse. So they trauma bond with it, and then they just keep going. And so all these enablers around them that say, yeah, that's what you want. It's literally stealing their chance to have children. It's destroying their bodies. It's destroying their souls. It's destroying their minds. It is death. It is literally death. That's why God, unfortunately, but it's a sad truth, that's why Sodom and Gomorrah just had to be destroyed entirely, because they go after children. That's what they're doing right now. So until more men like you guys, men of faith, men of God, stand up and let them throw it, let them shoot, let them do whatever they want. We need more of you. There's dollars to it. There's dollars to it. You guys are heroes. I got to get back to my munchkin. You guys are heroes.
Talk to you too.
Yeah.
Here's if you want to hand these out.
Yeah.
It's
I want to write too. That's another reason I want to write. So.
Partially why, oh, it's brutal. My books are taking so long is I refuse to give them to the publishers because I'm starting my own publishing company. So I'm in the works with the lawyers right now. I've got my copyright lawyer back in Sacramento. I got my LLC lawyer that I'm going to be working with here in Kansas.
Maybe I could run my stuff.
There you go. I was like, we can maybe work something out. You gotta wait till I get money back from my books before I can support any more writers. But when I get going at my full speed, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was considering that myself. I was like, I know they're attacking people that are putting stuff out.
Oh yeah. Well, no, literally, it was so bad. When I was over there, I was a part of a Sacramento children's writers guild. They are putting the transgender LGBTQ garbage into the children's books. They are targeting it all the way down to baby books. It's in all of it. They're putting this garbage in schools. They're putting it in the curriculum. They're doing all of this garbage.
They're trying to take people's kids away.
They are. They are.
If they say that if your kid feels like.
That's why it's a part of America's judgment. That's why, because that's a part of judgment. Read what happened to Israel. Read Jeremiah. Read the book of Jeremiah. We are under a Jeremiah judgment. Like hardcore. Jeremiah, Isaiah. We have turned our backs on God. God has removed himself. And he is now letting us have the full weight of his judgment. That's what's happening right now. And you can see it in the kids. You can see it in the kids. But the remnants, the true remnant that actually remain, this is our trumpet sound to stand up. Even as they shoot us. Shoot at us, take us, whatever. God says, be faithful unto death. That's literally, he means it. That's not a joke. This is our soul on the line. Like, our individual souls and our soul as a nation. This is on the line now.
Amen.
When I saw Biden put that flag on the White House, I knew we had officially fallen.
That's a traitorous act.
That was a traitorous act. We had officially fallen. Absolutely.
That's what it talks about. What is it, like 2 Timothy 3 or something, where it talks about what people will be like. It talks about traitors.
Yep.
And all this stuff.
Self-loving, glorifying, backstabbers, backsliders, all of it. We're there. We're there. So don't lose heart. Even as it looks like we're losing, Jesus is winning. Jesus wins.
He already has.
Yeah, he is.
Good.
Like, his name, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. It doesn't matter what they say.
Amen.
They are just full of lies. This is truth. This is truth. This is what truth looks like. It hurts. But we have to be willing to look at the truth. You have to be willing to look at the truth. Even when it hurts like this. Even when it hurts like this. Good stuff, guys.
Happening just down the road.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
ma'am.
I love it. Take care. God bless.
Thanks for coming by, Miss Heidi.